Hello students, I am Caesar from Anarch Academy. I am a lecturer in English. Now I am going to teach you a lesson. The name of the lesson is Refund. It is a play written by a Hungarian writer, Fritz Karinthy. He is famous for his literary works, Professor and Please. The play Refund is a satire on the education system. The modern education system is a bundle of so many flaws, irreparable flaws. Imparting knowledge has been a shattered experience, and a student is not capable enough to exercise the knowledge which he is bestowed in his school or college environs. A good-for-nothing fellow goes back to the school in which he had studied. One day, a student by name Wasako comes to his school where he has studied and felt that he couldn't achieve any literary knowledge which is helpful to get a proper employment in his life. He demands a refund of the fees he had paid years ago as a student there. He claims that the education that was imparted in school had been of no use to him. He comes with a demand for the repayment of fees which he has paid. The reasons are quite apparent. His major claim is the education which has been imparted to him is of no use, and he doesn't have any proper use of that knowledge to have a proper survival in this competitive world. He claims that the education that was imparted in the school has been of no use. The principal of the school is in a fix as he doesn't know how to tackle the situation. The principal of the school is in a transfixed condition as he doesn't have any other go. So he is in a baffled position about how to handle this crisis. However, his teachers comes to his rescue. He requests his teachers to attend the meeting immediately so as to have a proper thought about how to rescue themselves from this humiliating experience. For teachers, it is an uncalled for event. If a student comes and says that you are not able to teach properly and I am not taught well, then a teacher feels as if they are incompetent in delivering knowledge to the learners. So they immediately called for a meeting and started discussing about how to escape from Wasako's contriving plot and his conspiracy of humiliation against them. The teachers want Wasako to appear for a test, as Wasako has demanded for a re-examination. They have said yes to test him once again and prove him that he is imparted well in his course of education at school. Wasako is determined to fail the test as he intends to get a refund. The teachers, on the other hand, are equally determined to see that Wasako passes at any cost. Here we see a conflict. Wasako wants to fail as he wants to obtain the refund. On the other hand, the teachers want him to pass the examination at any cost, by hook or by crook, by any method possible. This peculiar conflict between the student and the teachers leads to a hilarious situation. This episode showcases the writer's ability, skillfulness in projecting a hilarious effect which is funny, quite interesting, and some sort of fun giving. The exam starts with history. The history teacher asks him a question. The question is, how long does the 30 Years' War last? The question is rhetorical, and the answer is in itself. 30 Years' War generally lasts for 30 years. And Vasukov was about to say 30 and controlled him and said third and didn't complete the full word. Vasukov gives an absurd reply, 7 meters. The history teacher is taken aback but convincingly argues that the answer is correct, explaining it in terms of the theory of relativity. The history teacher says the answer is absolutely right. 7 meters is compared in several approaches to science. Finally, she proves that Vasukov is right, where Vasakov's absurd answer remains standstill, letter perfect, and finally he gets through the history examination. Next comes the physics examination. The physics teacher asks if clocks in church steeples really become smaller as one walks away from them, or whether they merely appear to become smaller because of an optical illusion. Vasukov replies that objects become larger when he moves away from them, and adds that the teacher is an ass. The teacher is quick to link this epithet to his answer. She appreciates Vasukov for rightly explaining that the ass looks sad because it is subjected to optical illusion. So, why does a clock looks larger when someone walks away and looks it back from a particular distance? Or when does it become small? Vasukov calls the teacher an ass for asking this meaningless question. The teacher cleverly links the word ass as an example for optical illusion. Ass becomes sad when it becomes an afflicted animal and becomes confused due to the impact of optical illusion. So optical illusion is clearly explained and understood by Vasukov, and the physics teacher says as he passed in the examination. The geography teacher questions Vasukov about the city of the same, which is located in Brunswick province. She asks a question. Where does the place same located? If the name of the place is same, Wasako feels that it should have been named as same and says same. Then the history teacher says he is right for giving this answer and declares he is good at geography. Finally, it is the turn of the mathematics teacher. The mathematics teacher says she will ask two questions. One is an easy one and the other is quite a difficult question. Wasakop is unable to answer the so-called easy one, and the teacher says he fails in the examination. All the teachers got panicked for this statement of the maths teacher. And for the difficult question, which is nothing but the entire refund amount in several aspects like tuition fees, for stationery and so forth, he gives the exact amounts, he recites amounts exactly with hellers, the German currency, aptly, perfectly. And the mathematics teacher praises him for his power of recollection and mathematical calculations and declares him as he is a dab hand in mathematics, and finally he gets through mathematics examination successfully. The principal throws Wasako out of the chamber, and all teachers gather together and appreciates one another for outwitting Wasako, as he is a student with humiliating tendency and he wants to get back his refund or his school fees in any method possible. This is quite a hilarious play. If you go through the entire play, you get enormous pleasure of reading this. As a reader, you enjoy each sentence, as we say, each dialogue, and the timely usage of skilled phrases and the literary device which is employed by Fritz Karinthy is matchless and peerless in the realm of academic sarcasm. And the lesson, Refund, is a stark satire on the lapses of current academic system. Thank you.